2, 1. I'm so sorry because you're probably the same. I've got obviously all 3 children at home. There's about 6 builders in the house, and Paul's having like a full-on conversation with someone that's coming to do a survey for the 3rd floor extension. So Rosie's already been in here twice. She's got chocolate all around her mouth. It's breakfast time, so she's obviously been helping herself to chocolate. Do yours?
That's hilarious.
Like when they're off school. Oh, here comes Edward. Just say hello to Auntie.
Hello, my little blondie.
Hello. Right. They're all still in their pyjamas and all got chocolate around their mouth. I know. Oh,
Hello,
look, now Paul's coming in complaining. It's just chaos.
I know. Oh, don't worry. My house has been exactly the same this morning. Greg's going mad at me because he's had to drive. Is it, Paul?
Okay,
we was a bit ambitious trying to do this in half term, wasn't we?
I know. We should do it. We should do it at 10 o'clock when they're all in bed. Actually, mine didn't go to bed till like 11.
At night. I know, my house has been chaotic this morning as well. I've had James come to do my hair really early because we've got Elton John tonight.
It looks really nice.
Just got a little slick back pony.
See, I need to get my hair done for Elton John.
I've had that done early this morning. Nellie's actually gone horse riding early, so I've only got Margot and Arthur here. But Arthur's kicking off big time because he wants to go horse riding with Nellie. But Arthur's got really bad hay fever, and also we think Arthur's allergic to hay because every time he goes to the stables, his whole face like puffs out and goes all red. It's not the horses, because when he's riding the horses he's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's the hay, and he's also got terrible hay fever at the minute. I think I have as well, actually. I'm really puffy. But anyway, yeah, and my house being chaotic as well, and Greg's going into one because he's got to drop Nelly horse riding before he goes to work. I'm just like, help me out. I've got to do my pod as well. You know, like...
And we've put this off like 3 times this week, as usual. There's always something going on. But no, anyway...
I've also got some work going on as well today in the house.
We have. So if there's any noise, sorry for the listeners, but... Yeah.
Oh, this is quite funny, actually. So obviously I'm not in my office. I'm in the dressing room today.
Yeah.
You know that wire that always sticks out above my head? The light is being fixed today. That's why
it's a big moment. I think that deserves a picture on the gram when it's done.
It does, absolutely. No, I was really laughing because I was like, thank God I'm not going to have like this random wire hanging above my head anymore.
That's so funny.
Like a nice glamorous light.
Oh, lovely. I can't wait to see it.
Anyway, how was your bank holiday weekend?
Right, so I went to New York, didn't I? So let's go back from last week.
Yes, let's go back.
Right, so it was amazing. I mean, look, I was there for 2 nights, so it was a real quick flying visit. But when you're on your own, you can get a lot done, and it feels like a lot longer than 2 nights. So the weirdest thing, I'll take it from travelling, it was so weird getting out of the taxi, walking through the airport completely solo. Like, obviously, I know that we've been a couple places and stuff, like, since having kids, but, like, it was the first time in many years that I've actually flown on my own, and actually long haul as well, because it is a long haul flight. Anyway, so I had all the time in the world. I went shopping. I sat and had a glass of champagne. I know I was texting you at the same time. Got myself some food.
I was loving all the pictures.
Honestly, I was like, this is just... But then when you're doing it, it's like lovely and relaxing. But then I thought to myself, right, take yourself back to when you're usually sitting at this... Do you know that Fortnum's bar in Heathrow? Yeah. We usually always go there and get like a prawn cocktail or something before we fly. It's just a bit of a tradition. And actually I was thinking, just take yourself back to when we recently went to Dubai, and I was like, and it was chaotic. You couldn't even enjoy your food. You didn't get to finish your drink. You know, the kids were crying. The drink got spilled all over Rosie. Do you know, you just think, I sat there and I was like, this is just bliss. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Absolutely. And it was really funny because walking through the airport, when I see like families or people with babies, it wasn't that many bigger kids. It was more like babies because it wasn't in school term, like half term rather. And just like the baboose, the stuff. I was like, this is so nice.
I bet you was like breezing through the airport.
I was.
Glass of champagne.
I really was. And actually, our general manager who works for us, Sarah, it's her birthday when we was in New York. So John and I wanted to treat her to a nice present. So I was in Chanel. I was like, I think she'll like that. I'll have one of those. Yeah, it was really nice. But yeah, so aeroplane, hilarious. I cried twice. Don't ask me. I don't know why. Like, people say that crying on the aeroplane is a thing. Like, apparently, like, it's quite a thing. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry,
so
can you remember that time? It takes me back to that time. Sorry, just
there was a bit of turbulence from Ireland.
It was me and you, and I burst out crying on the plane.
No, because you was.
And actually, I think that was the first time I'd flown away from Nelly.
We had a
I'd just
PA or
had
something,
Nelly then.
didn't we?
Yeah, we had a PA in Ireland.
Yeah, you just had
We
Nelly.
bags, and it was the first time
And I was
leaving her, getting on a flight.
And I was going to you, it's okay. But there was a bit of turbulence and you was like holding on to both arms and burst out crying.
Crying.
Anyway,
so why was you crying? Too much champagne?
No, I only had 2 glasses actually, which was enough to make me sleep, which was good. What was the first? Oh, Paul sent me a voice note of Edward. I've got to play it to you. And I just sat on the plane and he said, oh, look, and Paul sent me this, but it was more like sort of like happy tears, more like, oh, you know, sort of, and I just got a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
So he sent me a voice note of Edward basically saying like, Mum, oh, here. Right, so that was the first. I listened to it about 10 times.
That was like his little way of probably asking, like, where's Mum?
Mum. Anyway, that made me cry. And then I had a sleep, woke up, and I think it was like 2 hours to landing. I don't watch movies on a flight. I don't know about you. Like, I'm really just not a movie. Never. Like, even flying on my own, I was like, I don't really want to watch anything new.
No, I don't.
I was like, I don't want to watch anything deep or, you know, action. Anyway, so I just thought I'm going to put Bridget on. So I put Bridget Jones' Diary on just for like a little bit of easy watching. Anyway, I put that on. When the parents get back together at the end after the mum goes off with that like orange guy, you know what I mean?
Cool.
I was crying. Right, this was the funniest thing. So this was when they was taking away like the morning breakfast and I was literally wiping my eyes and she was like, are you finished? And she obviously, I think she knew who I was anyway because she was being really nice to me. When she walked past me and looked back at the screen, let's say, she must have thought she's crying at Bridget Jones' Diary.
Emotional wreck.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I went to the toilet. So I pumped a couple times on the flight. And then I went to the toilet to wash out the milk. So like to get rid of it. Washed it out. I'd left it on the side in the toilet, not even thinking, gone and sat down.
Oh.
And then the woman was like walking through the aisle with the pump like... She wasn't really saying anything, but I just saw this woman come in at like this, going like left and right with the pump in her hands, and I was laughing. I went to her, do you know, you sort of like it makes you gasp. I went, oh, I went, that's mine. I'm really sorry. She was like, oh, it's okay. I know what it would be like if you left this, but anyway, yeah, that was my journey.
God, how funny.
So yeah, it was quite eventful. Got there, quickly got changed, and then they said the team surprised me. So I think I wrote about it on my Instagram. Basically, when you and Mum were in New York, I was like. I think we was all in Times Square once and I took a video of it and sent it to John saying, we need to be in Times Square one day, like on one of those big, you know, lit up billboards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had to get to the hotel and quickly get changed. They said, oh, we're going to meet someone like really important for investment, like make sure you're there on time, blah, blah, blah. I was like, of course. And I got in the car and John was like, we're not going for a meeting. I've got a surprise for you. And I was like, a surprise? But you know, you're just like a bit shocked, like...
Shocked,
I don't know, like as an adult, you don't really get surprises, do you? It's sort of a bit like, I was like...
And then it's like, what is it? Like, what could it be?
I genuinely didn't even think, and I forgot that I'd sent that all them. I don't know, I just couldn't piece it together. Got there, and as we was driving up, basically we had this huge billboard of like for Revive Collagen, like the big picture of Amanda.
Amazing.
And it went all the way to the top of one of the buildings. I think it was like the second from biggest billboard on Times Square. Anyway, I was like... just shocked. I was like, I can't believe it. Do you know when you're just sort of a bit speechless, overwhelmed?
Expecting.
And then I welled up again a little bit and I was like, oh, here I go again. But yeah, it was really exciting. It was like a big kind of moment.
That's
and then
so amazing.
The whole trip we was there, we'd obviously launched into Saks Fifth Avenue. So, and had meetings and stuff. So it was a very compact trip, but we got a lot done. Do you know, like when you think, actually, we've ticked loads of boxes in one small amount of time.
And also... like, what amazing memories as well. And to have that, you know, on the main billboard at Times Square. It's like next level.
It was a pinch me moment for sure. But no, it was a really great trip.
Huge.
And
And so amazing for the brand as well, because it launched in Saks that weekend.
So it was all, it was really
sorry.
great. And like we got loads done, had some other like exciting meetings and things like that. But coming home, jet lag, and I sound a bit nasally as well. Like I think it's just catching up on me. So like I flew home, got home in the morning, and I had to last it out all day. But then it's taken me a couple of days just to get back into the rhythm. Like I feel like the jet lag from America is quite hard. So yeah, but it was great.
Our listeners will know we're definitely overpackers. We always need plenty of outfit options for both us and the kids too. So recently I've been using BEIS, who are sponsoring this podcast, and I've been loving their weekend bag. You can fit loads in it and it looks really stylish too.
I've actually been using their weekend bag too on a few short trips recently. I love that it has so many different compartments to keep everything organised, including a separate compartment at the bottom, which I've been using for shoes, so they don't make my fresh clothes dirty.
That's so handy. I also use the bottom compartment, but for toiletries, so if they leak, it's easier to clean up.
All BEIS luggage comes in different sizes and colours, so you can pick the one that suits your style. Some of their cases even come with 360-degree gliding wheels and built-in weight indicators. That's perfect for the airport, isn't it?
Definitely. And for our listeners of the Sam and Billie Show, BEIS is offering you 15% off your first purchase by visiting uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie.
Go to uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie for 15% off your first purchase.
That's uk.beistravel.com/samandbillie. Enjoy.
Anyway, so it's bank holiday. What have you been doing this weekend?
We picked the kids up from school Friday and we actually went into London, and we stayed in London for the weekend in an apartment at Tower Bridge. And it was so lovely. Obviously, the weather was really nice.
It's been so nice.
We did really nice. We did quite a few little touristy bits with the kids. Like we went to this on Tower Bridge. They've got a viewing platform, a glass floor where you can stand on and look, and it's really high. And you know what I'm
scary?
Like heights. I was like, first of all, I wouldn't push the pram at all near the glass floor because it had these edges around the glass middle bit, and there was some people creeping along, holding for dear life, that were trying to beat their fear, obviously, of heights.
But what were people holding on for, just in case?
Because I can't explain it. It's so high and it does make you feel really dizzy. Gives you vertigo. People were creeping around the edges.
Oh my God.
That was me at first. Then in the end I did it. Because when you got the kids as well, you're just suck it up.
Yeah,
don't anyway, so we did
don't
that.
Get scared.
We did, exactly. And we went to Tower of London. Had a little walk around there. It was really nice. The queue to see the crown jewels though was oh my God. It was probably about
Ridiculous.
4 hours long. We didn't do that. We was absolutely not.
No thanks.
Yeah, so we did a few touristy bits, and then went for dinner, just walking. Arthur and Greg done this speedboat thing on the Thames. Yeah, so we had a really nice weekend in London, and then Sunday afternoon I actually had my sister-in-law Ruby's hen do, which was fun.
Oh, how was the hen? Any hen stories?
It was just loads of cackling hens, really, dancing, singing, it's it was really fun. We went to the Ivy, we had lunch, there was a singer, and then we went for some drinks after.
Nice.
But yeah, it was good. It was good fun. And then obviously I went back to the apartment, and then we come home yesterday and actually made use of the pool in the garden because it was quite sunny yesterday.
Oh, lovely. It was do you know
it wasn't really warm, but it was sunny, which was nice.
Today, probably the same in Essex, it's going to be 25 degrees or something, isn't it? It's going to be really warm today.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
That's good.
Yeah.
Looks a bit cloudy here now. So what did you do bank holiday?
So we had fairly chilled one. So Paul done barbecue food. We got the sprinkler out for the kids. Loads of playing in the garden.
Love the sprinkler.
Yeah, good old sprinkler. Loads of playing in the garden. And then yesterday, Paul went to the Arsenal game. It was end of season. So not yesterday, Saturday. So I had a day at home with the kids. Paul's mum come over. stayed the night, and then yesterday we went for lunch with friends. So obviously yesterday's bank holiday Monday. Oh yeah, actually, because this episode's going out today, so it's very fresh. So yesterday we went for lunch with friends and sat outside. It was just lovely. Like the sun was shining. Do you know, you think, it really feels like summer now. Like every day you can just put on, like a dress finally we're getting there. So it was very like a real family one, and obviously I'm going on the hen. So this is so unlike me. So much coming up in like such a short amount of time where there's like trips, so I'm going on the hen do Thursday, which I'm really excited about, but I am not. I've only just took all the stuff out of the case from New York.
Like, you're not organised, I know.
And it's been bank holiday, so like you want to give all your focus to the kids, and it's just like,
of course,
the house is upside down, like honestly upside down. So
sometimes, I mean, mine is the same as well. Like, I've got cases, clothes everywhere, like every room's just like bags of stuff and this and that, because where we've been busy as well. But actually sometimes you just got to think, just let it go.
The kids are off school.
See past it.
Like, what can you do? So I've just started to get some bits out. I was up in the loft yesterday morning, crack of, getting some bits out for the hen do, because I was like, sugar. Do you know, you just think like it's been a bank holiday, so if I need to order anything, I actually need to order it today for next day delivery, because we
come tomorrow.
Yeah, because we fly Friday. We've got Thursday. That stupid morning flight that we done for yours. I think it's like 5:30.
6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Honestly, it's like milking it.
Early doors.
So I've really got to get myself together today. I'm getting my eyebrows done later. And then we're going to Elton tonight. So, like, I lose a night.
Elton.
So I'm really excited about Elton, but also I'm like, damn it, because it's all coming like in 1 week. But no.
I know. It's so much on.
So because you went, don't tell me too much because you've already seen Elton, but like, what should I wear? This is his final show tonight, right? So it's quite a special one.
Yeah, final one, I think, in London.
Right, okay.
Got others somewhere else. But, it might be, I don't know. Anyway, I would say, like, last time I wasn't very organised in my outfit, but there was loads of people in, like, sequins and feathers. Like, you could definitely go for it. And I think because it's his final show, I've ordered this, like, sequin glittery jumpsuit, but I haven't tried it on yet, but I don't know if I'm going to look, like, too much. Trotting in the O2 at, like...
It's really funny, because what colour is it?
Multicoloured.
Right, okay, because I've got a gold sequin jumpsuit. But
let's get the jumpsuits on.
But I don't know. I'm not going to wear it. I tell you for why. Because I've got to get on the train. Right. So apparently,
can't you just put like a mat? Can't you put like a mat, like a small, like a coat over it?
Yeah, I could put a Mac on. Basically, have you seen? Because we looked on the website. Well, actually, I didn't look on the website. Raiden did, because obviously Trevor and Raiden are coming, but. She's so much more organised with me with things like this. She was like, the roads, apparently there's loads of roadworks, like really bad, all around the O2. And obviously us coming from Surrey, we're actually really far from the O2. Yeah. It would probably take 2.5 hours to get there. And I said to Paul, I don't want to risk it. Like,
no,
we're always like, you just think like, I don't want to be late. Like, I want to be there 1 hour before he comes on stage so I can relax and have a drink. Anyway, so we're going to get the train. So that was my only thought. I was like, sequins and feathers, train journey.
I know. Sometimes I'd say wear it and then just put like a long coat.
I've actually got this massive big Mac. Remember I wore it in Paris? Like, it's like,
yes,
I could actually wear that, and it's
that'd
like
be
really
perfect.
Yeah, it like comes down to your ankles.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then you could be like, da-da,
da-da.
And you arrive.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited. It's amazing.
And Mum's coming, isn't she?
Mum's coming, yeah. I'm picking Mum up en route. We're actually going to get a taxi in.
Okay, great.
It's not too far for us. But, Mum's coming too. She's already rung me this morning about it, asking what I'm wearing.
Yeah, but I'm really excited. It'll be so fun. Oh, Elton John. Finally, like, I feel like we was going to do this. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. Then he had a bag back or something. I don't know what happened.
Well, that's the thing. It's a tour that's been moved, isn't it? I think for like a couple of years ago. So, what are you doing? I've lost you.
No, I was just blowing my nose, and I did not want to blow my nose.
Oh, I thought you were sneezing.
No, I didn't want to blow my nose on camera, because I thought that is probably the most annoying thing ever. I need like a sauna steam. I need to like steam this off. It's the flying. Don't you think flying is just like full of germs?
Oh, it makes you so congested.
Yeah,
and
like all the aircon and stuff. And obviously in America, it's just aircon everywhere. And actually, I'm not being horrible about New York, but it really smells like... It's like...
It does. I remember when we went before.
It's almost like... So you're walking down the
stinky.
streets and it's obviously like the street food is a bit stinky, like fried food. And then like coming up from the subway, it's like all those gases and all those smells that come out the drains. It's just a mixture of like... Anyway.
Really, like, of everything.
Yeah, everything. Right, okay, so should we go on to dilemmas?
Dear Sam and Billie, I hate how my husband dresses my daughter. I take time planning out really cute outfits for her, but some mornings I leave for work and my husband gets her ready. I think all of us mums would agree with this one. When I pick her up from nursery, I almost feel embarrassed for her because of the outfits, they're so bad. I know he tries his best, but the choices are really making me cringe. How can I tell him politely that he needs to do better? Are Paul and Greg good at dressing the kids? I'm completely with you because I know this feeling, right? If what I do, I would just... My advice would be you have to... maybe organise. If you want them to like wear certain things, I just organise it and lay it out on the bed. Lay it on the bed.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I do think as well, like, I mean, Nellie's at the age now, she can dress herself. Like, she's absolutely fine, although that sometimes can be a bit risky. But, like, when Greg has got them dressed in the past, it is like, oh, no. Like, come on, what was you thinking?
When I've seen pictures of, like, Paul taking the kids out, like, Paul will dress them, like, very like him. Like, I can't explain it. So, like, it's very... Like, the colours are very basic. Like, it'll be... The outfits aren't actually too bad, but it'll be like... I don't know, Paul being like the same colours what Paul would wear. Not on that day, but it's just like, I think someone's sense of style comes out when they dress someone, if you know what I mean. But actually, on dressing, yesterday when we went out, Paul's really into basketball at the minute. So when I was in New York, I went into that NBA store and he's really into Steph Curry. I have no idea about basketball. Anyway, so Paul's like... So yesterday... And actually, I was thinking, I have no strength and energy to argue. Rosie, bless her, was so random what she wore. Paul had his full-blown basketball kit on and then a different basketball team hat. And I was like, I don't think you should be mixing teams. Anyway, but like going back to that, I think like you just get to a stage when you think, actually, wear what you want. Like, and I always want to lay out the lovely outfits. And I do sometimes think, like colour coordinate. But because it was funny because Paul's like, wow, we've got some colours and mixtures going on here today, because it really was. Because for Paul, it's like he always likes it to be quite like uniform with the colours.
Neutral.
Yeah. So it was funny.
No, I do think, I think like it's absolutely fine to say to your husband like, oh, I'm not sure about that outfit. But then I think rather than maybe just moaning about it, then you've got to do something like maybe like just get the outfits organised that you want her to wear. Just hang them out the night before or fold them and put them.
Definitely.
Then, you know, like,
and actually,
and it's probably easier. For him.
It's so much easier for the dads as well if it's already laid out. They haven't got to think about it or start rifling through everything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I prefer to do that.
Okay. So we've actually only got time, guys, for one dilemma and a couple of Ask Us Anything. So we've had loads of Ask Us Anything. What we'll do is I think in the next episode we can do like a big chunk of Ask Us Anything, so we can get through some more. Okay, so let's ask one. Right, okay. How often do you get to see each other in person?
It depends on what's going on, but I'd say at least maybe once or twice a month. But
I was going to say once every other week.
More.
Yeah, it just really depends on our schedules and how busy things are with the kids and stuff. But like, when did I see you last physically? Oh, at
the podcast show.
Oh, podcast show. Oh, that was great. We didn't talk about that, did we? So we see each other at the podcast show, and then I'm seeing you again tonight for Elton. But that was that's been a week, right? Yeah, that's a week.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, but then all together with the kids, sometimes longer. Oh, Arthur, Paul tried to call you on his iPad.
I had 2 missed calls from him.
Oh, call him back.
Oh, yeah.
He had 2 missed calls from him.
There you go. He said, I'm going to call Arthur this morning.
Just to tell our listeners, it's the cutest thing. Arthur and Paul, they always FaceTime each other on the iPads.
It's really
and
cute.
It's like the cutest thing. And then they play games together. Have you seen them doing that? Like they're both like logging in, playing like the same
and then on
game
FaceTime.
And like different characters.
It's really cute.
And it's really funny. Right, next one. What's been your most nerve-wracking career moment so far? Or, and definitely not mine is, Oh, Dancing on Ice. That was...
I think that was mine
I
as
don't
well,
even know
sitting at
how I
home
did it.
supporting you.
Watching, I know, I can imagine even for like you as family, like sitting on there. And the thing is, like, I can't even explain it, not until, like, unless you've done that show. Like, there's just, it's the most daunting, scariest, like,
And honestly, I think that is
because you're dancing and you're on ice and anything can happen.
I think that's the hardest show on TV. Like, and anyone that does it, hats off, because you're not just dancing, you're actually learning to skate. You're being thrown around in the air with like blades on your feet. Like, honestly, I think that's a really scary show.
And the training's it is intense as well, the training. Like, if you want to do well, like, you've got to be committed. What about yours?
There's been like a few, probably not as scary as what you done, because that is like quite big time. I think like a mixture of maybe entering the Big Brother house was quite a big one, but I was also quite excited about that.
I was going to...
But then on the flip side of that, I got really poorly and was barely on the show. And then when I come out, I was also really anxious because you don't know what they air on TV. And actually I found out after they aired none of it. They didn't air any of the fact that I was poorly. So it was quite a hard audience to come out to, because I had to try and explain why I was...
Why you
not
wasn't
myself,
yourself.
why I wasn't really on the screen, how I survived 5 weeks in there. Anyway, so that was quite a moment in life. But then I also think like having the babies on telly, like I think, like I know we don't actually give birth, like you can like, you know, see everything, but I do think they're quite big moments that we're sharing, like, you know, our videos of our births. Like, and I've done 3. No, Two. I've done Paul and Rosie.
Yeah, I thought the same this time round with Margot. Like there was literally, we gave them so much home footage and when you watch it back, you're a bit like,
you
like,
get a bit anxious because
like it's not like it's obviously a lovely, amazing moment, but it's a lot, isn't it? And you think,
it's like
screenshots.
Have I just overshared?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's quite been a big thing, because it's like the biggest thing you can ever do, isn't it? Right, give birth, like the most special big moment, and you're sharing it with millions of people. Then you all start getting a bit like anxious. But I think Anyway, I think that's all we've got time for today, because what we're doing, you're going somewhere, and then I'm meeting you tonight at Elton, so I'll see you there. What time are you getting there for?
I think I'm going to get there for about 5:30, 6.
Perfect. And guys, we will do loads of Ask Us Anythings next week, and also we'll fill you in on Elton John and everything else we get up to in the next week. Oh, and my hen do, so I'll let you know how I get on with my pizza. Okay, so I'll see you later, and thanks so much, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.